Hey everybody, what's up? This is Crypto Cody and I'm so excited to do another video for you guys. Guys, today I would just love it if you guys would do me a huge favor, like this video, subscribe to my channel, hit the bell notifications because I want to continue to make more content and videos for you guys. And with that being said, let's hop into today's video. Guys, today's video is going to be really special because we're going to be going over a little bit on the market, but more specifically, I want to give you guys my personal top 5 cryptocurrencies and assets that I think are going to do wonderful and are great investments to get into. So with that, let's get into it. All right, guys, so here we go. So we are now officially 262 billion, working on getting up to that 263 billion in total market cap on the coinmarketcap.com. Something I don't normally do, I like to, off these videos that I normally put out, I always like to do a quick little check on what's doing the best today and what's doing the worst within the top coins in the past 24 hours. So let's take a look at that. So right now, Icon doing super well, QNT doing really well, BTM doing well. You know, a lot of good stuff. Omisi Go, Waves, Neo, awesome. So, but to me, this is not important. What's important is what's doing worse as an investor. So right now, I want to look over at that and see. Okay, so molecular, so MOF is doing, 24% down. And, just to kind of just do a quick little reason why I like to do this is because, guys, we want to buy in the red, sell in the green. That's the whole concept that we want to dig into here. So really, this is a good opportunity, I think, right here. It'd be interesting to kind of look into it, rank 59 so that we know that it's doing fairly well. It's a token. But yeah, there was like a massive run up here, just a massive, absolutely massive run up. So, I'd encourage you guys to kind of look into this as to why is it down 24% right now? Is it just because it's having a healthy correction? Is there some kind of news that's been pushing it? It definitely had quite the run up since September, November. It's just been on its way up. And if I'm looking at this correctly, if I'm not mistaken, it looks like we are probably on it's done its full cycle of Elliott wave, if I'm not mistaken. I'd have to go back to TradingView and check that out. But anyways, not to beat a dead horse on this thing, I just am saying, like, if you guys are looking to buy into cryptocurrencies, it's always smart to look at what's in the red because those are the ones that, you can really make an awesome return on in the short term. In the long term, obviously, with the coin market cap being 262 billion, I mean, guys, it's, in my opinion, I'm no financial advisor. Be responsible for your own decisions here financially, but we are so early in the stages of mass adoption. And, like, I believe a future $1 trillion market and beyond is going to be taking place. So, I mean, it's short term, invest in the red, but you might as well consider us in the red for a long time with the entire market cap being as little as it is right now. So, but anyways, let's get into the reason why you clicked on this video. That being the top 10 cryptocurrencies. Let's get into it. All right, guys. So do you think that you can guess what my first pick is for my top 10 cryptocurrencies? Yes, you're absolutely right. It's Bitcoin. And the reason why it's Bitcoin is not just because it's number 1 on the coin market cap. However, I do believe that plays significant value based on, just the basic demographics of democracy in the world. Bitcoin is the most highly held cryptocurrency or asset in the entire crypto sphere. But in addition to that, it is also the measuring stick of all cryptocurrencies as far as value goes in Satoshi value. Whenever you hear different crypto analysis people are talking about, oh, the price of this, the price of that, well, a great way to kind of explain the worldwide value of each crypto asset and currency is measuring it in Satoshi value. And Bitcoin is pretty much like a commodity, a digital commodity, and it always has been. It's the measuring stick of all cryptocurrencies, which is why I believe it will always remain number 1. It's very possible that as far as, I'll put it this way. I do think it's possible that there could be a stable coin that could come out that could surpass the actual volume of it. But when it comes down to it, it's going to be the most valuable asset in the entire crypto space because it'll always measure the price of every other cryptocurrency out there. So to me, there's so much to be said for that. And, it literally is doing exactly what it was designed to do. I mean, there's no company backing it. I don't think that people like, Craig Wright, Dr. Craig Wright is Satoshi Nakamoto, who is, in charge of the Bitcoin currency. I don't think any of that stuff at all. But I do think that it is the most valuable thing for you to be holding on to in the entire space. And if you're investing, I mean, granted, I am not a financial advisor, but if you're investing in the crypto sphere, you need to, in my humble opinion, it is important for you to be putting a decent amount of your holdings into Bitcoin. And, I just think it's wise. I think it's smart. I think that this price right now, 9,400, which we've been holding strong to, is, just so tiny. So tiny. I mean, to me, right now, this, in my opinion, we're going to look back on this years and years and years from now, in my opinion, and I think we're going to look at this as if it was like 9 cents, It's not 9 cents. It's just like a lot of people who got involved in Bitcoin and first started off could have bought into it, back when it was like 25 cents and less, and it's just like, we're going to look back years and years from now and see this price and be like, man, I wish I got involved in Bitcoin. So that to me is so incredibly important to make this number one on the chart. And I'm sorry if I'm beating a dead horse. I just want to make it very clear that this is important. All right, guys. So number 2 is XRP. Now, guys, this is an asset that I actually believe kind of more so translates like a currency in and of itself, because the whole initial reason or company that was backing this asset or currency it's called Ripple. And basically what they want to do, it says right here, XRP is an independent digital asset that is native to the XRP ledger with the governance and fast transaction confirmations. XRP is said to be the most efficient settlement option for financial institutions and liquidity providers seeking global reach, accessibility, that's fast settlements financially for interbank flows. So basically the whole purpose behind it is this company Ripple, and they created this XRP Rapid that kind of gives banks the credentials to lower their transaction fees by simply transferring to XRP and then taking their government's currency, transferring it to XRP, sending it over to where they're going to send it, these hundreds of millions of dollars that are being sent to other currencies, and the transaction fees are way less. I mean, that's initially the idea for its use case. There's, it's up for debate that XRP might actually take some kind of a detour, kind of disconnecting itself from Ripple. I don't know if that's true 100%. I've talked with some people about that possibility. But guys, the initial high that this thing went up to was past $3.50. And there's a lot to be said for the growth of that. And the reason why I believe it's actually capable of going back to that initial high is because, people believe in this concept. People have already made the purchase. And you have to understand that once you've made a purchase in the crypto sphere, it's very easy for your neurological senses to go back to those original trades. Most people, like when the bear market took place, people freaked out, and this whole thing just went crashing down along with every other cryptocurrency and asset out there. But what it comes down to is that when people get back into the market, they're going to their muscle memory is going to go back to what their original holdings were. That's, these are not professional traders that are investing in these things. A lot of them are, but a lot of them aren't. And I think that, there's a lot to be said for that as far as getting back into there. So, we're up 4,000% on the ROI. The all-time high, $3.84. That seriously is unbelievable. The fact that it's trading at 25 cents right now, I never ever thought that we'd ever see a 25-cent Ripple ever again. I thought this thing was going to go down to like maybe 50 cents at the absolute least, or just, maybe hang out somewhere along the lines of like 85 cents or so. Because you can kind of look at some of the resistance there. But, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I haven't, I'll be honest, I haven't really looked at this thing in TradingView yet, as far as like where the actual resistant levels are and whatnot. But, I mean, it's crazy. It needed that correction. I mean, it jacked itself up all the way from, like 20 cents, boom, all the way up to $3 plus. But I do think that there's a lot of merit to this and what the concept is. It's not my favorite cryptocurrency, but it is number 2 as far as what I would invest in as an investor, because to me, there's a ridiculous return on this thing when it comes down to it. I mean, you're looking at something that is literally going, this is a 10x opportunity in my opinion, and go figure on the X in itself. So anyways, cheesy joke. So number 2, XRP. Number 3 is Ethereum. And, I'm super pumped about Ethereum. Don't worry, I'm not letting you guys down. I think that this is a phenomenal platform. There's a lot of cryptocurrencies that would not exist if they had not used the platform of Ethereum, especially some of my favorite ones. So there's a lot of, kind of salute to Ethereum that we owe. And I think that Ethereum actually has the potential to not only remain in second place. I mean, it's definitely, in the past it's had its fight with XRP, but I think Ethereum actually does. I'm personally cheering on Ethereum more, but I do think that XRP has more leverage than Ethereum does as far as, its actual users and people that are, that are actually going to invest into it. But I still think that Ethereum is going to remain in the top 3 no matter what. It just has such a huge following and trust in it, and its creator Vitalik, awesome dude, definitely a little eccentric, but awesome dude, and a total genius. He's unbelievable how smart he is at his age, and how he got started in this whole sphere. But I mean, I'll put it this way, guys. I mean, the buying price of this thing right now is absolutely unbelievable. If you guys are not holding Ethereum, I think it's very smart for you to hold Ethereum. Again, I'm no financial advisor, but I would be holding it. I am holding it. And the reason why is because, I mean, look at this, guys. Its absolute all-time high was almost $1,500. And it's currently trading at, basically $200. So, I mean, we're looking at something that you could, from its initial high before that $1 trillion market cap, Ethereum, if we were to go back to its initial high, we're looking at something that could be an 8x for you. I mean, a lot of these things that I'm going to be talking about today are going to be like, anywhere between 5 to 10x opportunities. And Ethereum, I believe, is one of those. And I think that Ethereum has the absolute opportunity to go above and beyond that. Like, I could see this thing going up to even $5,000 at some point once we're above and beyond the $1 trillion total market cap. So Ethereum's use case, it's unbelievable. A lot of people are still creating dApps, basically decentralized applications with Ethereum's platform. They're still creating ICOs on the Ethereum platform. So there's just a lot of great things that are going on with Ethereum, and I think there's a lot of merit to where this thing could be going. So awesome opportunity, great coin to invest in. I definitely put that. Man, it's so hard for me. Like, I almost want to say that Ripple and Ethereum are truly tied for second place, because you just don't know. I mean, as far as like the coin market cap shows that there's more users in Ethereum currently right now, but man, those two truly are like fighting, and they're totally completely different use cases. That's the funny thing. Like, they both serve completely different things, but man, I love them. I love Ethereum. I think it's a great company. All right, guys, so number 3 for me, and obviously this is crazy. MCO, if you guys haven't heard about this, this is a phenomenal opportunity. This is dealing with a company called crypto.com, and what they're doing is they're actually doing the kind of innovations that we need to get the average Joes into cryptocurrency, in my opinion. I mean, we're still very far away from mass adoption, I believe, but what these guys are doing is they're offering an opportunity for you to be able to use a kind of like your own decentralized bank, so to speak, that you can keep your money, that there is no third party that's taking care of you other than the platform itself, really, but you're the one who's responsible for your assets. You can bring on all these different assets into and currencies into that account, and you guys can sign up for these amazing metal, basically Visa debit cards that are attached to this decentralized bank account that you have, and you can stake MCO. That'll give you certain incentives. One of those incentives is when you sign up, and I'll put a link down in here for you guys to click on for signing up an account with crypto.com. But if you stake at least 50 MCO at prices, so 50 times 5, so yeah, you stake at least $254.50 roughly around that price in USD value. What you're doing is you're going to unlock a $50 bonus for yourself. Now, you're not giving away that money, but you're going to stake it for, I think it's up to 6 months. You get back $50 for yourself in MCO, and you get this card. If you get the smallest card, the 50 MCO card, it's a ruby card. It's a metal ruby card, and you will receive that in the mail, and you'll get these awesome incentives with that card, with cash back, and I think that they even offer like free. They cover your Spotify music account for free. Just so many great things that this company is doing. I know that the guy Chris, who invented the company, after he stayed true to his plan when he launched his ICO initially, and just awesome coin. I think that we're going to see it go up in the ranks from 68 for sure. Its initial high was, let me see. So its all-time high was $27.10, and I think that it has the ability to go way above and beyond that. You know, at this point, that's only like a 3 or 4x, so I lied to you guys. I have some coins on here that are less than 5 to 10x, but I actually do believe this is a 10x and beyond coin. And the reason why I say that is because, you know, you have your total supply of 31 million MCOs. And guys, I mean, just to kind of put into perspective for yourselves, like, that is really not that much more than what Bitcoin's total supply is. So in other words, Bitcoin's total supply is 21 million. So this thing is literally roughly, you know, 10 or 11 million of a difference when it comes down to its total supply, which implies that this thing could be up in the hundreds. I mean, this thing could seriously soar as far as its price. And I think it's just going to come down to, you know, the more people are staking those MCO, which I think it's for a period of 6 months, the more the price will just jump up in a big way for MCO. So, you know, take advantage of getting that card now while you can before, I mean, I don't know if they're going to fluctuate the prices as MCO goes up in price, but I would definitely take advantage of getting those cards before they get more expensive for you to stake them. But I mean, I think this is a great opportunity. There's a lot more to the company than I'm giving it credit for right now. Great company. Like I said, I'll leave a link below for you guys to sign up so you can get your $50 bonus when you stake that 50 MCO. But I definitely see this as, you know, in my top 5, something to be really considering and taking very seriously. All right, guys, so now let's hop into the next one. So the next one is TRX Tron. And, you know, this has been a coin that I've been holding on to for a long time. Ever since I've been holding on to this thing back when it was a token that was initially distributed as an ERC20 token on the Ethereum platform. Another reason why I love Ethereum is because this thing would not exist. I don't believe that it would exist and have the stability and the following that it has if it hadn't been for Ethereum in the first place. But I actually do like this Tron platform. Personally, I actually like it more than Ethereum. I think that Ethereum is going to do better in price jump than Tron, but I do think that Tron has the ability to skyrocket in price, very similar to how Ripple has in the future. And, you know, it's ranked 15 right now. It's actually it's dropped down quite a bit, but that's really just from staying steady on its investors. It hasn't really dropped down in price. It's actually done fairly well, going up 4%, but its initial high was 30 cents. So back in January, there was a massive run up of 30 cents. So a lot of people got super stoked about it. The CEO is Justin Sun, and, you know, he is probably one of the greatest marketers in the entire crypto sphere, in my opinion. He's done a phenomenal job at just unbelievable, you know, marketing strategies. And, you know, I actually did a video about Tron a few days ago. Feel free to check that out if you guys want to dig deeper into it. But I think that this thing could definitely see $1 for sure in the future at some point. You know, its total supply is under 100 billion. And so it's very similar to Ripple in that respect. I do think that has a lot of merit to it. I think that its entire platform, and also working with different things like BitTorrent protocol and just everything that they're doing to decentralize the internet is very smart, in my opinion. It's going back to the entire philosophy of what Satoshi Nakamoto wanted to do with Bitcoin. I think that Tron is carrying out that legacy quite well. So I definitely have this in my top 10 for sure, and look forward to seeing what it's going to do as far as price action goes. All right, guys, so the next one is ADA Cardano. You know, it's kind of funny. Whenever I think of this company, I just think of some of the geniuses that are behind it. These guys are super smart as far as what they're doing with the platform goes. I'll probably do an individual video on this particular currency to kind of dig more into that, more of a deep dive into that. But, you know, it's ranked 10. It's definitely been performing well recently, up to almost 3%. It had an all-time high of $1.33, and I remember that time, you know, when that happened, and we were all just like jacked up and excited. So it's down to 5 cents right now, and, you know, something that's at 5 cents and has seen $1.33. I mean, there's a really phenomenal return on your investment there. I mean, let's just kind of look at the math here for a second. $1.33 divided by 5 cents. I mean, you guys are looking at, you know, a 2,000% increase. That to me is huge, that you guys can make that kind of a return, to be able to, you know, 20x your coin And so there's a lot of opportunity with this one. I think I really am inspired to actually do a video on Cardano. Leave in the comment sections if you guys want me to do a video on Cardano, more of a deep dive into it. But I think that this is a phenomenal investment, especially this fact that it's in rank 10. It just kind of shows how many people are actually using it and serious about wanting to invest into it more. So I think there's a lot of opportunity with this one as well, for sure. All right, guys, so here's the next one. It is GNT, or Golem. A lot of people know this from way back in the day when it first launched. I love this token. I think that this token is super cool. I think that there's a lot of opportunity for growth with it. Currently within the top 198, height that this thing hit was $1.25. So its all-time high is $1.25. It's currently sitting at 4 cents, very similar to Cardano, like we just talked about. But guys, just the whole concept behind Golem, I think, is super cool. It's basically just creating an opportunity for people to have quicker rendering process for their computer stuff. So obviously, as we grow into the future, we're going to see, this token gets me so stoked. This company in and of itself gets me so stoked, because it's just gonna be an example of you being able to imagine being able to rent your processing, your computer processing, to people, and being able to rent that to people so they can have faster processing for whatever it is they're trying to process, whatever the future technology stuff is going to be. I think that Golem is going to play a large piece into that growth of that. So I think that it's just an awesome concept, super cool. I think that they're absolute geniuses for taking, advantage of this particular problem that we're going to need to have solved in the future, for sure. And I think it's a great investment. And right now on the ROI, it's up 175%. I think it's just going to continue to grow. Its total supply right now is 1 billion. So the fact that you actually have something that's at 4 cents and it's only a total supply of 1 billion, in my mind, there's no reason why this thing can't go up to $3 to $5. And I know that's crazy to say, but when you have a market that's floating above $1 trillion, there's a lot of opportunity with where the price of this is going to go. So, and hey, look at that, short term, good time to buy in the short term. So really awesome coin, really excited about it. Look forward to seeing what it's going to do in the future for price. All right, guys, so another awesome opportunity, which is NEO. Currently doing super well on its price increase of almost 10%. And it's got a total supply of 100 million. So the fact that this thing is, rocking $12 right now makes a lot of sense with the short supply that it has. It's a rank 20, awesome coin. It's done a run up, I think, it was close to 150. Oh yeah, no, all-time high, almost $200. That's a huge opportunity to invest into something like that. So the fact that you can, 10 to 20x this coin is just massive. I mean, that's the kind of opportunity that you have with NEO. Its sister company, Gas, and I also believe that its partnership with Ontology. This thing is building an empire for itself and what it's doing. I actually recently made a video about it. I encourage you guys to go back and check out that video to kind of do more of a deep dive into what NEO is all about. But I think there's a lot of merit to this, and I think there's a lot of opportunity for price growth over the next bull run cycle that we have. So I encourage you guys to be watching out for this coin and its price value. I think it's got an opportunity to seriously be up there within the hundreds of dollars for sure. All right, guys, so BNB, Binance Coin, I think one of the greatest exchanges out there right now, other than companies like crypto.com that's up and coming. I think that Binance will always remain to be a awesome platform. I think that it's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen as far as if it's going to evade or if it's going to have to integrate different regulations with different governments and whatnot. It's trying to stay, I really think that it's trying to stay away from regulation, which scares me a little bit because I think at some point you're going to have to submit to that. But with that being said, with all that being put aside, I still think that Binance is a phenomenal platform. A lot of people use the platform, and I think that the entire purpose of BNB Coin is just brilliant as far as what it's being used for on Binance, to collect all of that residual little tiny bits of decimals of assets that you leave behind. It just kind of brushes all that up and compounds it into Binance Coin, which I think is just an awesome concept. Makes a lot of sense. Everyone hates it when you're on your exchange and you see like a little bit of residual crypto left over that you just can't take out, you can't put it back in, like you can't move it. So it's cool that I love that concept about Binance. And so with that being said, there's just going to be a natural accumulation of the BNB coin. And as we continue to get more users on the Binance platform, its total supply is 180 million and 187 million. It's currently ranked 9. So guys, I would not be surprised if this thing sees above $100 for sure. A lot of opportunity with BNB coin. And you know, I just think that its entire use case is just awesome. It's absolutely awesome. There's a lot to it as far as, you know, what it's doing. Its total all-time high was almost $40. And you know, so that just goes to show you right there that, I mean, you can, you know, it's a 2x opportunity as it sits right now from its initial high. And I think that initial high was back June 22nd, 2019. Interesting. Yeah, so that was back during the bear market. So really interesting. You know, that was kind of when we were more at the bottom of the bear market. But yeah, just really cool coin. Absolutely love it. And I think there's a lot of opportunity for growth with it. And I think it's definitely in my top 10 for sure. All right, guys, so I'm saving this one for last because this is where I'm probably going to lose a lot of my blockchain friends. It's just, you know, this is a totally different concept. This is dealing with basically the Tangle technology, which is not blockchain technology. There's a lot of controversy going on as far as, you know, is there a good use case for this? Is this better than blockchain? Is this like the blockchain 3.0? You know, I personally don't worry about that stuff. You know, as an investor, I'm looking at the use case and what the whole concept behind it is and what it's doing. And I think that there's a lot of opportunity for growth with IOTA, with the MIOTA coin. And it's ranked 19 right now. But this, guys, look at the price that this thing has seen. It's unbelievable. The all-time high was $5.69 to the USD value. And with that being said, I mean, it's currently sitting at 31 cents. So this thing is got just as much of a price opportunity growth that, you know, even Ripple has, even maybe a little bit better to some degree. And personally, I love it. I think that it's an awesome company. I mean, I'm still more partial to blockchain over the Tangled technology, but I still think that there's, as an investor, this is something that I think is really worth holding on to for sure, for future growth. And, you know, I just want to remind you guys that, you know, again, like these are all coins that I personally currently right now at the beginning of 2020 am just really looking forward to seeing mass growth over a long period of time. I'm not saying that these are going to be the top coins of 2020. I just think that as a long-term investor, these are an awesome opportunity, all 10 of these coins, to be investing in tokens, because you know, they're all within the top 100 on the coin market cap, but they all are just so incredibly undervalued, especially with a market cap of 263 billion right now. I think that they're all super undervalued. So, you know, I'd encourage you guys to, you know, throw in the comments below what you guys think. If you guys disagree with me or not, that's totally cool. I mean, obviously there's a lot of cryptocurrencies out there that I think are going to do potentially as good as these ones, and maybe even better. You know, I mean, I don't have all the answers. It's so hard to predict the market. But what I would encourage you guys to do is take a look at all these coins that we've recently talked about. And I would encourage you guys to just look at the use cases. Why are they even on my list? Because every single one of these coins has a use case, something that they're backing, something that's backing them, that is going to, you know, I think revolutionize our future technological real estate. You know, I mean, our technology real estate, our digital real estate, they're all going to play a very large part into this massive micro community of tokenized micro community, you know. So really encourage you guys to kind of look into all that. A lot of these coins I've already done videos on. I actually think I've done almost a video on every single one of these, to be completely honest. So you know, look at some of my past videos at these different reviews and whatnot. Throw in the comments below what you guys are interested in me kind of talking about next. But as far as I'm concerned, these are my 10 top crypto assets that I would personally be holding on for a long time, because I think that they're all going to have a really awesome return in gains. So anyways, guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Thanks for hanging out with me to this point, and look forward to putting out some more videos, and I'll chat with you guys later. Okay, Crypto Cody out.